Welcome to Minutes with Lynnis, brought to you by Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond. Embark on this journey with me, Lynnis Mullins, your certified holistic living and wellness expert for women over 40, as we explore tips for an ever-growing mind, body, and spirit in just a few minutes. Hi, this is Lynnis, and welcome to Lynnis Minutes. And I came on just for a few seconds to talk about why you need to take that much-needed break. I can certainly attest to this, and I am going to practice what I preach, and I'll be telling you a little bit about that in a second, about the major break I'm going to be taking. But there's all kinds of reasons why you should take the break, and I think you know some of them, but I just wanted to remind you why it's so important for you to take a break, okay? One reason why is that, during the course of our day, we have so many distractions every day, throughout the day. And very rarely do we get a chance to just leave all those distractions behind us and focus on those things that we feel we need to be focusing on. When you take a break, in this case, go on a retreat, not just a vacation, but a retreat where the purpose is to take a break, it makes such a major difference in terms of how you're feeling. Good morning. Somebody said good morning, dear. Good morning to you as well. For some reason, I can't see who you are today. I don't know why. So good morning to everyone as you come on. So you want to leave behind those distractions. And it's hard to leave behind those distractions when you're in the same environment all the time, or even when you're vacationing with loved ones. It's hard to do that. But if you take a real break, a retreat break, where the focus is on your self-care and your self-love, it's amazing the aha moments you end up having as a result of taking that break. Another reason why you want to get away, why you need to do that thing and get away. Good morning. I wish I could see you, but I can't see you today for some reason. Good morning. You want to allow yourself some time just to be present. And what do I mean by that? Well, many times we are always thinking about the future or the past, but very rarely are we really engaged in the present. And I think it's very important that when you get a chance to take that break, go on retreat and focus on it being all about you, okay, and not everybody else, you begin to focus more on the present. I practice this a lot at home, but I've realized that it's difficult to stay present all the time because of all the distractions. But if you can't get away right away, one of the things that I do when I find myself not being present and focusing, on the future or on the past, I start focusing on what I'm grateful for right then and there in that moment in time. And that helps me to stay present. But it's hard to kind of stay that way all the time. Going on a retreat can help you get to that point of being more present and allowing yourself to stay in the present. And it's when you're present that you really begin to see all the different things around you that you've missed as a result of always doing all the time. Another reason why you need to get away is that it gives you an opportunity for true relaxation. Now, again, I'm not talking about vacations. I'm talking about getting away on a retreat. You have no phones, no social media, no interruptions, and minimal negativity, hopefully, because that can be draining. But the whole idea is to take a break from that with which you are familiar and to maybe do something a little different, while at the same time making your focus your own self-love and your own self-care. Now, another reason why you want to take that break, why you want to go on retreat somewhere and make it all about you, is that it's your time to do you and to create and to reconnect. Reconnect with that spirit within, reconnect with the divine, reconnect with the God within, reconnect yourself with nature, reconnect yourself with a new experience. Basically, get rid of all those other tentacles and connections within you that aren't you, okay? Get rid of all of that and begin to connect with those things that are about you. And sometimes we lose a sense of self. Because as women in particular, we are the nurturers, we're the givers, we're the many times heads of family, we have responsible positions on our jobs, we're taking care of the kids and our neighbors, our parents, all of those things. And while those things are necessary and very rarely do we complain about them, it does begin to chip away at our abilities to connect with us. So you need to make it another reason to make it a priority to take a break, and to really take time to do you. Pursue some of those things that maybe you think about that you just don't get a chance to do because there's so many things going on. Sometimes we get so busy doing things for others that we don't even know what it is that we want to do. We don't even know that we have the need to reconnect. But this happens a lot when you get into the whole mode of humans that are doing all the time. And remember, we're not really human doings, we are human beings, meaning that there are many times in the course of our life where we just need to be. Instead of thinking about all the things that we need to do, we need to be thinking about like maybe the things that we don't need to do, relaxing and not focusing on all the doing part, but focusing on the being. When you go away for a retreat, there's some real things you want to look at. It's an opportunity, as I said, for relaxation and rejuvenation. And relaxing does lead to rejuvenation. It's an opportunity for maybe some personal development, especially if you go on a spiritual retreat that focuses on spending time with you. It's a chance, if you go on a retreat, to maybe meet some people that you would not have met ordinarily that have like minds. And it also almost always gives you an opportunity to connect with nature, which is something that if you're living your day-to-day world that we just don't do. We take for granted sometimes those trees, the grass in our front yard, the raindrops, whatever it is, we're just not focusing on that. When you get away on a retreat, you find yourself focusing on really the beauty of nature, which is really beginning to help you connect with the divine within. It's necessary to connect with nature in order to connect with you. You also get a chance to experience hopefully some health benefits. You're sleeping better. Maybe you're going on the kind of retreat where you get a chance to do some yoga, to stretch your body and to move it in a different way than what you're used to moving. Maybe you're hiking and getting out in the air. Fresh air in the lungs is so important. And depending on the kind of retreat you're going to, you get an opportunity to strengthen your faith. What about that? An opportunity to connect with God, to connect with the divine and those things that we just don't think about when we are always in the process of doing all the time. So, of course, there's a reason why I'm talking about all this. You will find that all my Lynnis Minutes are going to go right back to what can I do to help you do these things? So I decided moving forward for Lynnis Minutes that I was definitely going to give you some advice, but I was also going to tell you how you can maybe begin to take some of this advice through my services. So I wanted to let you know that I told you a couple of days ago that I was going to be talking more and more about this Costa Rica trip. It's March 20th, starting on the year 2020. I think it's March 12th in the year 2020. I'm going to Costa Rica, and I am hoping for 10 women to come with me. That's all I have room for is 10 women. There's the information there on how you can find out. And this is going to be a self-care and self-love retreat. And I am going to post, if I can, I'll post it after I get off. I'll post the actual, there's the title there, but I'll post the actual link so you can go and find out more about it. And we're going to be doing all kinds of fun things. Vision boards, yoga, aromatherapy, our own personal chef that's going to cook for us whatever we desire, hikes in the beautiful area of Costa Rica where they have these awesome waterfalls, doing a lot of beach combing, maybe a little bit of shopping, and also getting a chance to meditate and work on rising our vibrations. And in fact, I'm going to be posting a video that I did with the wonderful owner of the retreat that we're going to. She's the organizer. Her name is Dawn James, and you may have seen her postings in the group. And she's going to be talking in this interview about Costa Rica, about the retreat, and why it's so important. I'm going to be doing these retreats at least twice a year. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go on my own little retreat doing these same kind of things we just talked about. And I'll be also sponsoring mini retreats as the year goes on, because I cannot tell you the importance of taking the time to do you and taking the time to get a real break and to really spend some time connecting with yourself so that you can continue to be there for everyone else. Someone said, I need this. You know what? I need it too. In fact, we all need it. Let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday, and it was really my first day of wanting to put a full day of work in after I returned from church. So, okay, I'm all ready to go, and I'm working away, and all of a sudden, I just felt so tired. I was like, what, could it be maybe that soda I had at church? And I don't normally eat soda, but, I don't know. I've been doing this weird stuff lately, which has to do with dealing with my grief as I go through the grieving process of my father. There's some little things I've been eating that feel good at the time. But anyway, it could have been that. But anyway, by 3:30, I had totally crashed. I said, why am I so tired? So I went ahead and went to bed. I did not wake up really until almost 10 o'clock at night. I got up, drank some water, and went right back to bed again and slept until about 4:30 this morning. I couldn't believe it. I said, why am I sleeping so much? And a very dear friend of mine was like, Lynnis, you've been through a trauma. You've been through a major life change, the loss of a parent. And that is exhausting. And not only for me was it a loss of a parent, but because I'm the oldest and now head of my little family, my sisters and my nieces and nephews and my children, there's a certain level of responsibility to be strong for everyone else while you're going through a process like that. Not to mention that my father was a public figure. So there was just a lot of interviews I did and the organizing of his memorial service. I went about doing it like it was no big deal, but I realized how exhausted I was. But not only that, I realized that I really just needed to take a real break, a break away from my responsibilities of my family and responsibilities of my business. So I'm going to do that. My 62nd birthday is next week, and I'm going to take a break. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. It's not going to be that long. Unfortunately, can't take it that long. But a break where I'm totally disconnecting from media and from my business, my family, so I can reconnect with me, because I can't be much good for you if I don't first take care of myself. And someone just posted something that, let me see what she said. She said, yes, she was right. I prayed for your strength and comfort. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, she was right. And I had several friends tell me that during the course of my doing everything. And they're like, Lynnis, take a break, take a break. I was like, take a break? How could I possibly do that? But I understand their hearts were in the right place, because they could tell that I had gotten to that Energizer bunny mode and I was all my way down to 0. Well, I'm not at 0, but I'm probably at about 3. So next week, I'm going to take that much needed break where I disconnect from everything and rejuvenate myself. But my really huge break will be in Costa Rica, because just like you, those of you who come with me, I'm going to be doing me too, and doing the things that I never get a chance to do. It's going to be marvelous. I will post the video that we did about it. And I'm also going to post the page where you can go. And the process is this. You let me know that you're interested. I'll call you and we'll talk about the payment arrangements and all that. And I'm not looking at the site right now. Let me see if I can. Let me look at it real quick, because I don't even remember what the cost is. But I'll tell you right now what the cost is, so that I don't even think about the terms of money, because it's just something that I know that there's 10 women out there who need to have this. Now, it's going to be for 7 days and 6 nights, and it starts on March 12th through the 18th. If you share a room, it's $3,297, and if it's a private room, it's $3,997. And the deposit is $800, and then you can make payments up until, I believe it's December of 2018. And what do you get for all of that? Well, here's just a few things. 7 days and 6 nights at a luxurious 5-star villa near Ovita, Costa Rica. You're going to have delicious and nutritious gourmet meals prepared for you specifically based upon your dietary constraints and needs. We take care of all the refreshments, the brunch, the lunch, by our villa chef, who's supposed to be fantastic. We're going to have special pampering days of spa treatments and massages. We're going to be doing yoga, meditations. We have 2 excursions of your choice that we'll be doing to kind of help us experience the Costa Rica culture. And we're going to also be doing day trips, and all the fees for day trips will be taken care of. And the ground transportation from the San Jose airport to the designated area where the villa is, and then back to the airport. The only thing that's not included is the round trip airfare, but we do have some things that we can advise you on in terms of how you can get the cheapest airfare. And of course, the best way to get the cheapest airfare is to get the tickets like right now. So anyway, if you are interested, I want you to go to the link that I'm posting, and then we'll make an appointment to talk, and I can discuss with you more specifically what this retreat is all about. I'm telling you, I went on one of these about 4 years ago. And oh my gosh, it changed the trajectory of my life in terms of the things that I was focusing on, and really got me back on track. And that's why I know it's time for me to go again. And I want you to come with me. So that's it for today in Lynnis Minutes. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are just now tuning in, go back to the replay, and I'll give you 5 reasons why you need to take a break. It's life affirming. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have something to share, please comment below. For more Wellness Woman videos, be sure to click the subscribe button below and check out my Facebook group, Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond. But most importantly, don't forget to love yourself and educate, encourage, and empower your mind, body, spirit wellness.